Warlord Keltar of the Dravic Imperium had issued ultimatums before. Thousands of them. Ultimatums were simple instruments. You stated your demands. You attached a time limit. You demonstrated enough force that refusal became irrational. Entire systems had surrendered without a single shot fired once his fleet entered orbit. That was the purpose of fear. Humanity, according to Imperial intelligence, understood fear. They had wars. They had hierarchies. They had governments that fractured under pressure. So when Keltar's fleet translated into the Sol Periphery Corridor and seized 3 human trade stations without resistance, he considered the campaign already complete. The ultimatum was transmitted on all channels. To the governing authority of humanity, the Dravic Imperium claims dominion over this region. All human military assets are to withdraw within 72 standard hours. Compliance will be rewarded with continued existence. Resistance will be met with planetary sanction. It was eloquent, traditional, properly menacing. Keltar expected outrage. What he received was a delay notice. A single human vessel arrived at the edge of his exclusion zone 6 hours later. No weapons powered. No escorts. No defensive posture. Just a diplomatic transponder and a request for communication. Keltar allowed it. The human representative appeared on the holo projector. She was not dressed as a warrior. No automat. No insignia. Plain dark clothing. Dark hair worn loose. Her posture was relaxed in a way Keltar did not like. "I'm Director Elaine Porter," she said. "Office of Interstellar Compliance." Keltar leaned forward, letting his armored bulk fill the projection. "You have 72 hours, he growled. "You will withdraw." Elaine nodded. "Understood," she said. "We just need the ultimatum in writing." Keltar blinked. "It is in writing," he snapped. "You received the transmission." Elaine smiled faintly. "Yes," she said, "but not in the correct format." Silence stretched. "What format?" Keltar demanded. Elaine tapped something off-screen. "Imperial seal verification," she said. "Jurisdictional scope. Enumerated demands. Enforcement mechanisms. Named authority. Appeals clause." Keltar's mandibles twitched. "You are stalling." "No, Elena Riplaivkamdi. We're complying." That word caught several Dravic officers off guard. "You will submit," Keltar corrected. Elaine tilted her head slightly. "We're happy to review the demand," she said. "Once it's properly filed." Keltar cut the channel. The human ship did not move. Minutes passed. Then a second message arrived. A formal packet. Stamped. Indexed. Logged. The humans had attached a checklist. Ultimatum review requirements. Incomplete. Crossmark authority chain unverified. Crossmark territorial claim unsupported. Crossmark enforcement jurisdiction undefined. Crossmark civilian impact statement missing. Crossmark compliance timeline conflicts with accords. See attachments for A. 19F. Keltar stared at the display. "What is this?" he snarled. His aide hesitated. "They appear to be auditing the ultimatum, my lord." "Audit." Keltar laughed harshly. "We are at war." Elaine reappeared on the channel, uninvited. "Respectfully," she said, "you haven't declared war." Keltar's eyes narrowed. "You threatened extinction." "Yes," Elaine agreed. "But you didn't file a declaration. Without one, this is a trade dispute." A pause. "That distinction is irrelevant," Keltar said. "It's extremely relevant," Elaine replied. She gestured, and another document appeared. Notice of provisional non-recognition. Pending clarification of authority, humanity does not currently acknowledge the Dravic Imperium's claim over the Sol Periphery Corridor. Keltar slammed a claw into his command throne. "You dare deny us?" Elaine remained calm. "We didn't deny you," she said. "We asked for documentation." The Dravic fleet moved into tighter formation. Weapons charged. Keltar leaned close to the projector. "You have 66 hours remaining," he said. "Then we burn your worlds." Elaine nodded again. "Understood," she said. "Please include that in the revised filing." She ended the transmission. The bridge was silent. "My lord," an officer said slowly, "human shipping lanes are changing." "What?" Keltar demanded. "They are rerouting traffic around our claimed territory. They are avoiding us." "That is irrelevant," Keltar said. They will learn. Another alert chimed. Human insurers had suspended coverage for all commerce in Dravik-controlled space. Then another. Human logistics firms declared the region administratively contested. Then another. Independent species began withdrawing civilian assets. No panique. No unknown cement. Just absence. Keltar watched the strategic map dim. What are they doing? He demanded. His aide swallowed. They appear to be treating us as a regulatory risk. Keltar felt something unfamiliar stir beneath his armor. Not anger. Unease. Here he opened the channel. Elaine appeared immediately, as if she had been waiting. You're isolating the region, Keltar accused. Elaine shook her head. No, she said. We're complying with best practices. She leaned forward slightly. You issued an ultimatum, she continued. We asked for it in writing. You failed to provide it. So now, she said gently, we're proceeding under the assumption that you can't. Keltar stared at her. What happens next? He asked. Elaine's expression did not change. Next, she said, our compliance process escalates. The channel closed. Across the bridge, alarms began to sound, not for weapons fire, for economic withdrawal, for treaty suspensions, for cascading administrative flags spreading outward from human space. Keltar looked at the silent stars beyond his viewport. For the first time in his long career, he wondered if issuing the ultimatum had been a mistake. The first Dravik ship to fail did not explode. That confused everyone. It simply stopped. One moment, it was holding position near a seized trade station, weapons charged, shields humming. The next, its drives power down. Its navigation core entered safe mode. Its reactor throttled itself to minimum output. No damage. No attack. Just inactivity. Report. Warlord Keltar barked. The bridge crew scrambled. Primary systems intact, my lord. External interference? None detected. Then why is it dead in space? A pause. The tactical officer's voice dropped. Its maintenance certification expired. Keltar stared. Explain. The officer swallowed. Human registries flagged the vessel as operating without updated interstellar safety compliance. Automated enforcement protocols activated. That's impossible, Keltar snapped. We do not recognize human authority. No, the officer said quietly. But the shipyards that manufactured our drives do. Another alert chimed. Then another. Across the strategic display, Dravik ships began blinking from active green to warning amber. Not all at once. One by one. Fuel resupply request denied. Spare parts flagged as restricted. Navigation update suspended. Each message carried the same quiet header. Administrative hold, pending compliance review. Keltar felt the bridge closing in around him. Open the channel, he snarled. Elaine Porter appeared instantly. She looked exactly the same. Calm, focused, unhurried. What have you done? Keltar demanded. Elaine folded her hands. We initiated phase 2, she said. You are disabling my fleet. No, and I believe. We're observing existing regulations. She gestured, and a flood of documents appeared in the shared space. Trade accords, safety conventions, maintenance standards, insurance dependencies. Your Imperium, Elaine continued, participates in 47 interstellar supply frameworks administered or underwritten by human institutions. That does not give you the right. It gives us the responsibility, Elaine said gently, to suspend services when an entity issues an unfiled extinction threat. Keltar's mandibles clicked in fury. You weaponized bureaucracy, he hissed. Elaine did not deny it. We weaponized process, she said. You weaponized fear. Another officer interrupted, voice tight. My lord, our sea stations are empty. What? The humans evacuated all civilian staff 2 days ago. Contractors, dock workers, even non-human traders. Out. They left voluntarily, the officer said. Human insurers voided coverage. No one would stay. Keltar slammed his claw into the console. Prepare to advance, he ordered. We will take human territory directly. The navigation officer hesitated. My lord, our junk clearance was revoked. By whom? By everyone. The strategic map shifted. Neutral systems had closed corridors. Refueling hubs denied access. Even former client states withdrew docking privileges. Not in protest. In compliance. Elaine's voice cut through the chaos. This is the part most species misunderstand, she said. We're not punishing you. Keltar glared at her. We're protecting ourselves. From what? He demanded. Elaine's gaze hardened slightly. From entities that issue extinction threats without paperwork. A new alert appeared. Notice of provisional isolation. Entity, Dravic Imperium. Status, high-risk actor. Access to shared infrastructure, suspended pending review. Keltar read it twice. You're declaring war through forms, he said. Elaine shook her head. No, she replied. We're declaring that we no longer trust you. Silence settled over the bridge. Outside, stars burned indifferently. How do we end this? Keltar asked finally. Elaine did not answer immediately. When you first contacted us, she said, you assumed we would fear you. Keltar did not respond. You assumed our strength was fleets, she continued, or weapons, or numbers. She leaned closer to the camera. Our real strength, she said, is that everyone already depends on us. The bridge lights flickered as another ship went dark. My lord, an aide whispered. Our forward dreadnoughts cannot receive updated targeting data. They're software licenses. Enough, Keltar said hoarsely. He looked back at Elaine. What do you want? He asked. Elaine's expression softened, just slightly. We wanted the ultimatum in writing, she said. Properly. What? Keltar demanded. So we could respond to it, Elaine replied. She brought up the original checklist. Every box was still unchecked. You skipped the part where you justify your claim, she said. You skipped the part where you accept responsibility. You skipped the part where you acknowledge consequences. Keltar exhaled slowly. What happens if I file it now? He asked. Elaine considered. Then we review it, she said. Fairly. And if we withdraw the ultimatum? Elaine nodded. Then the compliance escalation stop. The bridge crew watched their warlord. This was the moment they expected rage. Instead, Keltar sagged slightly in his throne. For the first time, he understood. The humans had not fought him. They had outlasted him. How long, he asked quietly, would this have continued? Elaine met his gaze. As long as it took. Minutes later, a new transmission went out from the Dravic flagship. Not ultimatum, a filing. Jurisdiction clarified. Claims withdrawn. Apologies carefully worded. Within the hour, systems came back online. Not all at once. Gradually. Conditional. Provisional. Human shipping lanes reopened. Insurers reinstated coverage. Corridors lit green again. The galaxy exhaled. Weeks later, analysts would argue about the incident. Some called it humiliation. Others called it genius. But among warlords and admirals, one lesson spread faster than any fleet ever could. Never issue an ultimatum to humans unless you're prepared to explain it. In writing. With footnotes. Because humans don't fear threats. They fear ambiguity. And when they decide to handle it properly, the war is already over.